Look, in my N64, it's GTA! No, it's Jet Force Gemini! No, it's worse than both of them! I mean, no, it's Body Harvest! This is Body Harvest, a 1998 N64 game by DMA Designs, the same DMA Designs who made Grand Theft Auto and went on to become Rockstar Games. You might have heard of them. Body Harvest was one of two N64 games made by DMA Designs, the other being Space Station Silicon Valley, which I don't have. Body Harvest was actually in development as an N64 launch title, so it predates GTA, even though it came out a year after GTA did. Body Harvest was delayed because Nintendo didn't want to publish a game this violent. Midway came to the rescue and published it instead because they're just that sleazy. You play as Space Marine Adam Drake, who gets attacked by aliens in the same opening scene as Jet Force Gemini, only not fun and ugly. The CGI quality on display is just awful. It would have looked less rigid and canned if it had just been done in-engine instead. Jet Force Gemini did come out a year or so later, so Body Harvest wasn't ripping it off, it's just a funny coincidence. Drake makes it to his time machine and goes to the past to defeat the alien menace in different time periods. You land in post-World War I Greece, but with magic, and you hop forward in time a bit for every level after that. Body Harvest has a bit of GTA flavor to it that you'll recognize pretty quickly. The levels are mostly open, and you can steal cars to get around faster. Sometimes you go into houses to talk to people or find keys and items. Mostly you just follow the road from waypoint to waypoint with the help of a handy map, fighting groups of aliens along the way. Drake finds various weapons in houses and military bases, and you can also use military vehicles like tanks and armored cars, which are the most enjoyable part of the game. Body Harvest is interesting for a while, but the novelty wears off pretty quick, and then it slows down. Mostly you really want to get to another save point so you can stop playing, not because it's bad, but because it's repetitive. The controls are also sluggish, and I get tired of wrestling with them pretty fast. Your mileage may vary. There are only a few types of enemy to fight, and once you figure out how they work, the game is super easy on the normal difficulty setting. You don't have many opportunities to save either, so you have to be ready for a pretty long session when you sit down to play Body Harvest. You can only save at a special beacon, which you get after boss fights. The mushy controls make playing Body Harvest a little tiring after a while, so you'll be ready to quit by the time you hit the next beacon. Body Harvest looks like an N64 launch game, which normally would be fine, except it came out in 1998. The large levels have a lot of fog and pop-in, and the low-poly models aren't that impressive. It doesn't matter though, because the graphics are clean and easy to see. The N64's simpler graphics held up a lot better than early PS1 games, which trended towards dark and muddy. Textures? Who needs them? Body Harvest has a sweet map screen, and you can zoom in and out and place your own waypoints to help you navigate through the distance fog. Body Harvest is one of the more original N64 games I've played, and it's impressive to see a sandbox game on the system. It's pretty basic and rough around the edges, but when you play it, you can see parallels to later Rockstar games, and it's fun in small doses. If you can get it for cheap, I'd recommend it. It's like GTA in 3D, with aliens, before GTA was even a thing, and there's nothing else like it on the N64. I mean, it's not so good that you should spend time and money finding a boxed copy, but whatever, pick it up because Body Harvest is weird and different. See you next time. Banished from the mall for alleged indecent exposure. Examined game room broadcast from a Sony Vaio on its never-ending mission to review budget games.